Hello my Cancer friends, it's Guiding Halo. Let's check into the weekly energies and see what's going on for your finances this week. The Hermit, spend time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching, and self-discovery. So there's something that you're really pondering here. It's like that's too many cards. There's something that very well I feel like could be a double-edged sword. Changes happening, things moving in a different way than you expected. My Cancer friends. Balance is needed. The end of the need for balance and moderation, cooperation, and compromise. Wait for perfect timing. So there's something you're waiting for the divine to sort out, to figure out, to bring you clarity on for sure. Let's find out what's affecting your finances this week, or what's coming in for you, all that sort of thing. So this is the central energy of what's going on. And this is the central energy of what's coming. There could be a tie to something that you're concerned about. It's going to take great strength to deal with. We have Capricorn, Leo, and Virgo energy here. Pardon me. This could be dealing with the earth energy and elements, but you're going to have to embrace courage to deal with these things. You'll have to look in your chart as to where these things sit for you. Nonetheless, there's some sort of decision someone's pondering. Yeah, I just saw the Two of Swords. Unable or unwilling to make a decision. There needs to be communication. Wanting to take control. I think there's been a new offer of some sort, and it's going to take courage and strength to accept it. More going on here than meets the eye. You're waiting for perfect timing and psychic insights is what's going on, is what I feel with this scenario. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana in a 5-card spread. So it tells me the divine is largely in charge. Someone giving you an opportunity that you may say no to. It could be out of a toxic need for control. I just saw the King of Cups. That's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. A decision. You're at a crossroads with something. I think you're trying to decide which energy you should embody right now. Waiting for decisions to be made for you, perhaps. Something coming back around. Why do I feel like for some you've lost your fighting spirit? Is almost what it seems like. It's kind of like you throw your hands up in the air and say, well, what finds me, and that'll just have to be good enough as it is. All y'all will figure out your crap. But there's some sort of calling here, a judgment, a decision that needs to be made. And it's like you're choosing at this point to ignore the circumstance or situation, even though you're at a crossroads. You know there's more going on behind the scenes than meets the eye. I think there's some trust issues here too. Perhaps that's what you're toxically tied to. There also could be a waiting for somebody who is in power to release something toxic or stop trying to control. There's a toxic energy here. I wonder if this person is trying to take control of situation, circumstance, or you're wanting to. I see this Emperor as your energy right now. Put the toxicity behind you. I just saw the Hanged Man. Another, like there's been a lot of Hanged Man energy. This is a card of balance, justice, the need for balance and moderation, cooperation, compromise, wait for perfect timing. And we have the Justice card out here. Could be dealing with a Libra. Or trying to find justice in a situation that you're incredibly passionate about. This is what's coming to you. The Wheel of Fortune spins in your favor when you find this balance with everybody. It's almost like the Divine's asking you to take control of the circumstance or situation. I don't know if you've actually put your 2 cents out there, holding back. Maybe you've been holding back for quite some time, or waiting for the perfect time to jump on an opportunity. Or the Wheel of Fortune spins. Justice coming. There's some sort of decision that needs to be made. I think that the fear here is that you'll be left out in the cold. That something won't work out long term. And if it doesn't, then you'll be left out in the cold. So because of this fear surrounding money, I think there will be the need to pitch an idea to somebody, or something will come in, a younger person pitching an idea to two older people that brings hope. There's definitely a passionate new beginning here. With the Star card, there's a wish granted. But there's a fear about it all turning out the way you'd hoped for the long term. I think also you may feel like someone's pressuring you into making decisions, or someone's trying to get you to communicate better. There needs to be a vow or a commitment based on where it is you're headed next. Oh, I see. Perhaps there's the energy of you've been saying, like, I'm committed to this thing, and you're moving forward and being committed to it. But there's something where you're sitting there in the energy of, I'll believe it when I see it type energy. The Hermit. Temporary pause in action, seeds well planted, unnecessary worry. 7 months, 7 weeks, 7 months, 7 year span. We'll have to pull clarifiers on that, because I'm not sure what that's pertaining to. I'm not sure whether it's pertaining to you have made it you're waiting to make that decision, or taking time to see where you're going to invest. But it's crossing the situation, this time of wait, deciding where you're going to invest. Someone's going to have to make a judgment call, it seems. That's the energy of that. What is crossing this situation on the right? A huge opportunity based on what you've already created. And then there's this huge opportunity as well for your passions and something you've held and hoped for a long time, that coming together in order to build some sort of long-term commitment, it would seem. Could be dealing with a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. That card fell out. It was the last one out of a pile. So what could be the end of this month's outcome? Tell me about the end of this month's outcome. This is what's coming toward you. I mean, the end of the month is coming here right up shortly. How about let's do, what is the end of this week's outcome from the 28th to the, what would that be? Sorry for the pause in action here. Temporary pause in action. Sorry, had to happen. All right. So from the 28th to the 7th of March, what's the most possible and likely outcome from the 28th to the 7th of March in this energy? Not seeing the positive in a circumstance, whether you should let it all go, or Yeah, not seeing the beautiful start. There's a beautiful start here. You have 3 aces, but you're not seeing it because you're focused on what's happened in the past. I think you're concerned or scared about joining forces and bringing something forward because there's fear about whatever's happened in the past here due to toxicity in your life and in your circumstances. There's a huge fear of it coming back around. I would even say that there's a huge fear of commitment. There's a huge fear in taking that leap of faith forward to bring balance to your life. I think there's been the financial balance per se. There's been this balance. But when you add another person to the mix or the equation, there is a fear imbalance of enough. Having enough. Well, we have enough. Challenging information coming your way. And about a new start, new home, new job, new life, new you. Something, maybe this is you having something to say about challenging information or bringing challenging information to others. There's a whole lot of major arcana all over your reading, so it tells me the Divine's taking you through something right now that is incredibly important for you to deal with. It could be dealing with a mother figure, or the mother of your children. We have an Emperor and an Empress energy here. Perhaps there's someone that needs to step up and take control. Taking control of the toxicity, this person, and this person taking control of the movement is what I want to say. I think that you feel like if someone puts their foot down, you're going to lose out. But if you put your foot down, you're going to lose out. There's a whole bunch of beauty and new coming for you here, but you've got to be, one, able to embrace new starts in finances. You've got to be able to embrace new starts in love. You've got to be able to move. Maybe that's even moving physically into a new home, new something that's tied to a commitment. And it's going to bring about new wishes granted and hopes for you, but you just don't see how it's all going to come about here. The Divine is calling you to do something. It's like, this is very fated energy. Karma, fate, destiny. It's like at this point in time in your life, when you came here, you chose that you would have to make whatever decision this is. And it's going to affect the trajectory moving forward of your life. But I mean, you already know that. But there's a certain amount of fear of not having enough. What angel message do we have? Angelic advice for my Cancer friends. You are a light worker. God needs you to shine your divine light and love like an angel upon the earth and all of its inhabitants. Is an angel afraid? A fear of not having enough? Probably not. Is a light worker, if they're trusting in the divine, afraid of not having enough? No. I think you're incredibly giving of what you already have, but there's some sort of fear and blockage about stepping into and giving into the unknown. There's some sort of major fear about creating a situation where you may lose out on. And I think you feel like if you have everybody around you moving towards what you want or what your idea of things is, then you feel more secure, more stable. But there's a toxic tie to taking control here. The Divine's trying to create balance and trying to create movement in your life. Otherwise, the Judgment card wouldn't be here on all of this sitting here and waiting energy, you see. Tell me about this Seven of Pentacles. Wondering if you should turn your back because your ships are coming in elsewhere. There's some sort of manipulation here. Wanting to manipulate circumstance, trying to wait and see what happens. This opportunities here, to clarify, is going to happen when you decide to move forward. The question is, are you going to move forward and step into the new? Because I think there's some sort of thing about all of these wishes coming your way and new starts and the things you've dreamt of. In some way, you're going to have to leave something else behind. Question is, are you going to take that leap of faith? You're almost to the end of this. You're almost to the end of this circumstance. Communication needs to happen, my friends. That's what I have for you this week. If you want your finances to improve and this whole thing to come together, to learn the lessons that you're supposed to learn and to actually have faith and trust, knowing that whatever happens and comes your way, you'll be okay on the offset of it. I think there's been a lot of loss in some of your lives. So I think there's a lot of fear that's involved in stepping forward, taking what it is you want, moving forward to commitment. I don't think you're afraid to commit, but I think commitment, you want commitment on your terms. My question is can there be compromise? I love you guys. I hope this resonates. I'll talk to you again soon.